For the first time in 2025, all 22 MotoGP riders were in action as the official Sepang test kicked off on Wednesday. The opening day was filled with intrigue, offering the first look at Marc Marquez in full factory Ducati red and Jorge Martin sporting the number 1 on the front of his Aprilia RSGP. It was a nightmare start though for the reigning world champion Martin. After an early crash at turn 1, he remounted and returned to the track, only to suffer another high-speed fall at turn 5 when the rear slid out from behind him, sending him flying off of the bike. Martin required medical assistance and went to the hospital nearby for further checks before officially withdrawing from the test later in the evening. Things went from bad to worse for Aprilia soon after, as Raul Fernandez fractured his left metacarpal bone as a result of a crash, and he too has pulled out of the Sepang test. This left Marco Bezzecchi and Ayagura as the sole Aprilia riders on Wednesday. Both finished outside the top 15, though lap times weren't their primary focus. They tested various things, including 3 bikes per factory rider, 1 from the recent Barcelona test, and 2 updated evolutions of the 2025 machine. Bezzecchi completed 68 laps in total on day 1, the second highest behind Subcat Chantra's 70. After participating in the shakedown test last week, Yamaha continued to impress. Fabio Quartararo topped the timesheets with a blistering 157.555, leading 3 M1s into the top 10. Yamaha seemed to have finalised their 2025 engine choice and aero package. They also tested several chassis variations, with plans to extend these tests to the Pramac riders. Marc Marquez's debut in full factory Ducati colours generated a significant buzz in Sepang. The 8-time world champion secured P2 on day 1 to boot, just behind Quartararo and ahead of his younger brother Alex Marquez. Indeed, it was a strong showing for Ducati overall. Gresini's Fermin Aldeguer was the top rookie in 4th, just 3/10 off the top 3. VR46's Franco Morbidelli claimed 5th as he spent time focusing on his 1-lap pace, while Fabio Di Giannantonio returned to action for the first time since the Thai Grand Prix following shoulder surgery. He got his first taste of the GP25 machine, finishing 7th despite a crash at turn 5. The lowest placed Ducati rider on day 1 was Pecco Bagnaia, who ended the day 17th on the timesheets. Honda introduced a new seat unit as part of several modifications to the RC213V. This new seat unit is aimed at addressing the rear chatter issues that plagued their 2024 season, while Joan Mir was Honda's fastest rider on day 1, finishing 6th on the timesheets. KTM had a busy day focusing on aero and chassis development, with an emphasis on improving cornering performance. Brad Binder highlighted spinning issues ahead of the test, which the team has worked to address. Pedro Acosta was KTM's fastest rider despite a morning crash on day 1, finishing just over a 10th ahead of Binder. At Tech 3, Maverick Vinales placed 13th, while Enea Bastianini finished 19th after a fall in the afternoon session. That wraps up day 1 at the Sepang test. 2 more days of action await starting on Thursday. Stay tuned for more updates.